Oh, there's something carved into the brick over here. A crude rendition of a head next to the name Antonina. Is this one of the clues from Arbin's riddle? Antonina Arhipovna Kovac. That's the solution to the riddle. Or at least the middle part. I should go tell Arbin. Arbin,
You're looking awfully chipper, lovely. Wait, don't tell me.
I think I've got it. Part of it, at least. The 3 clues combined to make a name. Antonina Arhipovna Kovac.
So that's our guide and shrine, is it? I can't say it rings a bell. And I dare say I know most people in this town by now. What was the next part again? Follow them to their final rest.
That wording's strange, don't you think?
Indeed. What exactly are we meant to be following?
Maybe if we start from final rest. That has to be death, obviously.
Oh,
What? What is it?
of course. One's final rest is in a grave. If we find Antonina's grave at the graveyard...
We'll find the truth. Should we go straight away?
Not tonight. I've waited so long for this. I don't think I'm quite ready yet.
Do you want me there when you're ready?
You're the one who solved the riddle. You deserve to see it through. Of course, you don't have to come. My troubles aren't yours.
I can't believe they took Kolya. I don't even know where to begin.
I'm very sorry, dear. I'm no stranger to loved ones being taken away. There is hardly a worse feeling. Perhaps the revolutionaries might know more about where they brought him. I heard they set up their den in the vodka bar.
Yes, that's a good idea. I'll start my search there. Dr. Volk. Hey, I've got a little something for you.
Thank you.
I'm kind of busy at the moment. Did you need anything?
Are you doing all right?
Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Still, Yvonne could have been more considerate.
Maybe he is right. If the goal is to make change, there will be sacrifices. No regrets, right?
Lisa!
Calm down, Petya. What on earth is it?
Look!
How did you manage that?
With quite a bit of difficulty, actually. But I did it! I can still make dolls!
Oh, she truly is lovely. Does she have a name?
No. And I don't intend to give her one. I'd like you to sell her. You should be able to fetch a good price for her. At the least, it should return the cost of all those materials you've brought me.
couldn't possibly sell her, Petya. It's just too lovely.
Oh. It warms my heart to hear you say that. Thank you. In that case, I hope you two become as good of friends as the two of us.
I have a feeling we will. I'll call her... Welcome to the family, Paulina.
Finally. I'm finally starting to see a future outside this room. Oh, not that I dislike your company, Lisa. I'm very grateful for your hospitality. But I can't expect you to keep me in your room forever. And even if I will never lead a normal life again, even though this body has its challenges, not now, but sometime in the future, I want to at least try to make it on my own.
I'm glad to hear it. Truly.
Now to get back to work. So many threads to sew. So many wonderful things just waiting to come to life.
Hey, Petya. There's something I've always wanted to ask you.
Hmm?
I noticed that you fall asleep on occasion. Do you actually need to sleep now that you're in a doll's body?
Huh. That thought never occurred to me. I just seemed to... Why don't we try an experiment? I'll try to stay awake throughout one day and one night and let you know what happens. Not like I have much else to do.
Sounds like a plan.
So good to see you.
How are you feeling, Arbin? Ready to explore the graveyard?
Thanks for waiting, dear. Yes, I'm ready. Let's head out. Here we are.
So what do we do now?
Well, I'm assuming one of those graves must be what we're looking for.
Makes sense. Let's have a look around and see if there are any matches with the riddle answer.
You found it! Nice job, Lisa. But what now?
Look, Arbin, a keyhole. I think you know what to do next.
There goes my earring. Winged truth, reveal thyself. Shall we?
Let's do it.
That's the spirit, my dear. I should have brought a lantern.
I've got one right here.
Resourceful. I like it. What do we have here?
Well,
you can see for yourself. I need some air.
It's a note addressed to Arbin. There's a large ink blot here, and some water stains. Tears. It continues afterwards. The writing is getting messier and messier.
You're all ready to go then?
I'm sorry. That was...
Don't be. I should have known it was pointless. I already knew he was a coward from the moment he ran away. Why would that have changed? But to go and just... Ugh. You know what, lovely? I think we earned a drink. Would you care to join me?
That's an excellent idea.
Indeed. But this time, not at the salon. Let me think. You know, I've met so many vampires who say they miss the sun. I don't get it. Just look at the sky now. Millions of little suns. Who could grow tired of that? Shall we toast, lovely? Huh. Very wise, lovely. Indeed. Let us look forward rather than into the past. At least for tonight.
Hey.
Are you doing all right?
Oh, I'm fine.
Still,
Maybe he... no regret.
good evening.
What can I get for you?
Look what the cat dragged in.
So, where are you from?
I'm a local girl, through and through.
I see. Must be nice to be home. I figured your crew is from all around the country.
They are, indeed, but we needed to start somewhere. It's best to take action on familiar ground, so a bunch of us proposed our local towns. Ivan decided this place would make an excellent starting point, so I guess I won the lottery. Too bad my mum and dad are not here anymore. It would be nice to visit them, now that I'm back home.
Are they all right?
They've passed, I'm afraid.
I'm sorry.
I don't even have anything to remember them by. They didn't own their hut and someone else from the village was assigned to it, right away. They didn't have anything of worth. Except the ring my mother inherited, but that got stolen and sold in the blink of an eye. Even if I found it again, I'd never be able to afford to buy it back.
Sorry, Gosha.
No, I'm sorry. I'm usually not that sentimental, I promise. And you know how to make one talk, don't you? We could use someone like you in our ranks, you know.
I'm flattered. Do you mind if I ask you something personal? So, how did you meet Ivan?
Well, when I was 15, I got so sick of the field work, I couldn't bear the thought of doing it my whole life. I was always pretty sharp, if I do say so myself, So I ran away to the capital, applied to university and got accepted. Honestly, looking back, I can't believe my luck. There was no backup plan, you know? If I didn't get in, who knows where I'd be now.
Fascinating.
Yeah, well, I guess fate rewards the brave. Which is where Ivan comes in. At university, he and some of the current gang started a club, and I joined. Little by little, it became our life.
So, are you two together?
Gosh, no. He doesn't exactly strike me as partner material.
I see.
What can I do you for?
Ah, there you are.
Not too bad. We didn't drink that much.
True. Didn't seem worth it, really.
How are you, after everything?
I'm just fine, lovely. You know, regardless of the reason, I'm glad I came to this town. And one way or another, I got what I was looking for. I don't know what the future holds, but for now at least, I'm content. If you ever need me, lovely, you know where to find me.
A letter from Anastasia. Now for the hard part. How to describe it? I should probably give a short explanation. Kolya said he sent her money regularly. I truly hope she is all right. Finished. Now just to drop it in the postbox on... Hope you're doing all right, Mom.
Ah, Dr. Morozova, isn't it? Looks like I'm just in time for the mail collection. Sending that letter must be difficult.
What? Is he talking about my mother and Kolya? How does he know? Excuse me? I'm not sure what you mean.
Ah, apologies. I just assumed you were here to send a letter to the coroner about the body. Must not be your favorite part of the job.
The body?
Haven't you heard? The old woman from your building just passed away.
Faina? No. No, I haven't.
I see. Well, sorry to break the news that way.
Strange. I just saw her in a dream.
She seemed like a very nice lady.
She was. The door is open. Strange to be here without Faina. The room feels so empty. In my dream, she said something about watering the plants. Should I? You all do look thirsty. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. There. Much better, isn't it? I doubt anyone will take the plants from here now that Faina is gone. Should I move some to my room? I feel like that's what Faina would have wanted. The air in this flat smells different, fresher than in the rest of town. I think... These books are written in a foreign language. They look beautiful. Wish I could read some of them. Evening, Trophime. Could you take me to the Countess's manor, please?
Of course, my lady. Your wish...
The lights are on. Someone must be at home. Anastasia, I received your letter and came as soon as I could.
Oh dear. My heart is beating like a drum all of a sudden.
I can hear it.
Listen, firstly, I didn't want to say anything before it was done, but Evgeny and I signed the papers. As of yesterday, we are no longer married. Whatever happens next, you helped me understand that this marriage is not for me. Or him, for that matter. Honestly, when I brought it up, I think he was relieved.
I see.
Forgive me for being so blunt, but I simply can't stand waiting any longer. What did you think of it? Of us? Together? I take it that's a yes?
Unequivocally.
My dear, what a tumultuous summer it has been. But I think I might be, dare I say, for the first time in years, happy.
I feel the same way.
I can't wait for all the music we'll listen to together, for all the days we will spend in the garden.
That certainly does sound like a dream. Why don't we start now? This is a good day. The door is open. Strange. I can't go out there like this.
Wonderful to see you again, Miss Morozova.
You too, Roman. Though I'm surprised you remember my name.
Do you think yourself so easily forgotten? Or I so forgetful?
Certainly not. It's just that you must see so many faces pass through here, far more interesting than my own.
I would be so lucky to see a face such as yours once in a lifetime. Besides, you overestimate our little town's hunger for books.
Well, the townsfolk don't know what they're missing.
And what of your appetite?
Pardon?
Have you devoured the book I gave you?
Oh, of course. Yes, I have finished it.
Superb. I am beyond thrilled. What did you make of it?
It was simply amazing, exhilarating. Never have I read of such a powerful woman.
I feared I'd scared you away with this tale of supernatural beasts and unspeakable acts, but it seems you found a kindred spirit.
Oh, on the contrary, I find such monstrous imagery serves to cast a mirror on our own humanity.
What insight! It sits beside the monk as my favorite doomed romance.
Perhaps horror and romance are two sides of the same coin.
At least in the hands of poets.
Dark eyes, how I love you, how I fear you.
A fitting song, and one of my favorites. I do so appreciate you taking the time to share your thoughts with me. It's such a welcome change to share conversation with a curious and intelligent mind.
Likewise. And if I ever tire of daily life in this town, at least I won't be short of tales in your bookshop.
The town? It may have more to offer than the surface would suggest.
Well, it has you. I hadn't expected to find such intelligence and warmth here.
Stop, you'll make me blush at this rate. Besides, the town is now graced with your presence. You know, I would be honoured to provide a tour and share some local folklore.
What a kind offer. Thank you, Roman. Though, I fear my days are somewhat packed.
How about your evenings?
I may be able to manage. A tour does sound like an ideal way to better learn about the town.
Splendid! Then consider me your chaperone. I'll be ready when you are.
May I see what you have in stock?
Certainly. Hello, mademoiselle. See you soon.
Good evening, Roman.
How may I help you today? Ready to begin our tour?
I am beholden to your knowledge.
Let us go then. It's my desire to show you some of the more overlooked areas of town. The places that inspire the people and the tales that bring colour into their lives.
So, no droning lists of facts and figureheads, I presume?
No, indeed. Rather, think of this as a tour of our town's unique character. I wish to be an encyclopedia of the folklore and traditions of our land, from the smallest farm to the most sprawling estate. If I can help others in understanding and sharing these tales, maybe I can connect this disparate land, one village at a time.
Sounds like the makings of a great expedition.
Perhaps, but for now, let us begin our journey in the town square. The town square is a forum for the exchange of ideas and stories. I'll often gather here to regale the local children with tales of Cochet the Deathless.
Right by the town hall, huh? Fitting location.
You caught that, didn't you? Nice work. I keep waiting for someone to read between the lines, but you might be the first one so far.
Perhaps it's best for seeds like this to be planted less openly. That's what fairy tales are particularly good at anyway.
Right you are, Miss Morozova.
Inspiring the youth and sharing your passion. Not a bad way to spend your free days.
Their parents are just happy to keep them away from trouble for an hour. Perhaps it will do the same for you.
Do I have the air of a troublemaker about me?
There's definitely something behind that smile, and I hope to discover it.
Perhaps you will.
Shall we head to our next site? I must warn you, this one is not for the faint of heart.
I'm grateful for the warning, but rest assured, my heart will manage.
Welcome to the graveyard. Oh, drat. The gate is locked.
There must be a way in.
I suppose I can tell my tale from here. No, not quite the atmosphere I envisioned. How did it go again?
Why don't you take a few minutes to remember, and I'll see if there's another way in.
Good idea. I'm a little rusty with this one.
Perfect. I'll simply unlatch it from here.
It's open! How the devil did you manage that?
I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
A woman of mystery. Enchanting. Let us proceed. I think I have it together in my head now.
Is there a particular reason we came here?
Indeed there is, Miss Morozova. Listen close and I shall tell you why. Many moons ago, a wandering peasant took rest upon this grave as his weary horse fed nearby. To his fright, his sleep was broken by the lid of the very grave he slept upon opening. Suddenly, an oupir, one who feeds upon the living, sprung forth.
A sort of vampire.
Exactly. Pardon the antiquated term. The peasant clutched the coffin lid in fright. The oupir turned and marched into the village, back then just a small gathering of houses. Soon after, the oupir returned to the graveyard looking well fed. "Where have you been?" asked the peasant. The oupir spoke. "I have been to the village and killed 2 youths as they played in the square. Now give me my coffin lid, the sun will soon rise."
How the rules haven't changed.
Having heard the tales, the peasant grasped the lid with all his might, knowing that when the sun rose, the oupir would be vanquished. The peasant bargained. "I will not return your lid, not until you restore life to the children." The oupir reluctantly agreed. "Take this piece of my shroud to the house of the young boys and burn it in a pot of coals. The smoke shall revive them."
The power to bring the dead to life. I suppose we do have it in a way, though this isn't the traditional definition of life.
The peasant returned the lid to the oupir and ran to the town, reviving the children through the beast's instructions.
The beast?
He informed the village of what had transpired, and the villagers rushed to the graveyard with a wooden stake. Together they lifted the lid and drove the stake through the heart of the oupir.
Ouch. I'm sorry. Continue.
In an instant, he turned to dust. The village was saved, and the grave left as a reminder. While we sleep, evil can yet stir.
That was quite the tale.
Really? What did you think?
A captivating tale to terrify any youth who dares play out after dark.
It surely kept me away from the square at night.
Most importantly, I highly enjoyed the telling.
Thank you. It's getting rather late. I feel I've taken leave of my senses bringing you to a graveyard for our first...
First?
Our first tour. This is hardly a fitting place.
Nonsense. I had a wonderful time with you. You make an excellent guide.
I promise next time will be somewhere with less cadavers. Oh, that is of course if you'd like another tour.
I would like that very much. Thank you, Roman.
You are very welcome. Until next time.
Evening, Trophime. Could you take me to the Countess's manor, please?
Of course, my lady. Your wish is my command.
Perfect. Let's head out. Thank you kindly. Victoria knows something about what happened at the rally. I have to get to the bottom of it, or I'll never find Kolya. Looks like the Countess is not expecting guests today. Eerie to be inside this room again, alone.
This is half of what you promised, Grigor. Half.
Well, what did you expect to happen when the Countess shifted production towards the main cellar? We have barely any bodies to work with. It's a miracle we even got this much.
All I know is that the Countess is not going to pat you on the head for this.
You are enjoying this, aren't you? You're still blaming me for that scar.
Not at all. This is just business. Bad business at that. Now give me your monthly books. I'll move them to the Countess's safe spot.
Fine. You know this game is rigged, and it won't last forever.
Time will tell, dear. Off you go.
She'd never tell me anything if I confronted her. This is better. I bet there is something among the Countess's papers that I can use to find out the truth. Locked. Locked. I so hoped that I would never have to come back down here ever again. Eerie. It's hard to say without seeing the face, but this dress, could it be the same girl from the first painting? It's too dark. I'll break my neck if I walk around here like this.
Two, 5, 10. Good. Surprised that it's all still there. Why the old bat insists on keeping her change here, I'll never know.
None of the cells down here feel like a safe spot. I wonder where she is going. Let's take a look, shall we? Huh, a tiny key. What could something like this open around here? And some more money. I'm confident I could make better use of this money than anyone else here. Why did she stop? Of course, a hidden safe. I don't think that there are any keyholes in the frame. That key must be for something else. There must be some way for me to open it. Hello? Can anybody hear me? This cell. Didn't think I'd ever come back here. Wouldn't wish waking up here on my worst enemy. The key fits. I was curious about what's inside from the start. A sheet of paper. I have to admit that's a little disappointing. What does it say? Is this a riddle? What could it mean? It won't budge. Could it be the... So... Then Finally, I should press the... That's it. It worked. So, what do we have here? This envelope looks just like the one I, took from the Skortsov house. Feels like a lifetime ago. There are receipts and invoices inside with the town hall sigil. A lot of these seem to be for some sort of construction. Wait. What's this? It has Kolya's name written on it. Deceased? No, that can't be. It also lists Gosha as deceased, and I just spoke with her. They can't be dead. There's also some sort of chart here. A pearl necklace, but it's quite dull and yellow. It must be incredibly old, yet somehow looks so familiar. A pearl necklace. I don't know what's going on here, but I should certainly pay a visit to Town Hall. I need to head there right now and get to the bottom of this.
Did you think you were the only one who can turn invisible and follow people? I saw you closing the safe. What the hell are you doing here?
I know you bribed the shooter. Because of you, innocent people got arrested.
How did you? You know what? It doesn't matter. You should know by now to keep your nose out of other people's business. You better start talking.
Over there!
What are you...
Better latch the door before she gets here. There. She won't be getting through this.
Let me out. Let me out right now.
I don't think so.
Hey, you know, sounds from here don't travel far.
Really? What an interesting fact.
My coffin isn't here. You will let me out by sunrise, right? Right?
I must get to the town hall as soon as possible, please.
At your service.
Go, Marta.
Thank you, Trophime. For your trouble.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, just one last thing. Never mind, actually. All is well.
Goodbye, my lady.
Go, Marta.
Yvonne?
Lizaveta, what a pleasant surprise.
What are you doing here at this hour?
I could ask the same of you. But I won't, as I respect the privacy of my fellow citizen. I hope the same courtesy can be extended to my person.
Where is Gosha?
I don't have the foggiest idea. Haven't seen her since yesterday.
That's strange. I barely remember seeing you two apart.
We didn't leave on the greatest terms. Perhaps she took our fight to heart. You know how you ladies are.
Us ladies?
I meant passionate people.
Right. Why are you carrying a bucket?
I wouldn't need it if someone was committed to doing their job. Well, when you don't get the materials you need, you have to be creative.
You know, it's a bad superstition to meet someone with an empty bucket.
Doesn't the superstition specify that it has to be a woman?
Something tells me that in this case, it doesn't make it any better. What exactly is your plan here, Yvonne?
You're a doctor, Lisa, aren't you? Must have been hard to earn your degree, especially as a woman. All the science you had to learn, books you had to read, exams to pass. You must be very gifted. I myself was never a gifted child, if you can believe it. I was never good at arithmetic, or physics, or chemistry. I struggled with the subjects, until I realized that personality, innate charisma, could be an even greater gift. That changed a lot of things.
I don't have all day, Yvonne.
Have a little patience there, Lisa. I'm going somewhere with this. The most important lesson I learned was that people are scared of their own incompetence. It only takes a few careful words to begin leading them down the right path. If you speak with conviction, with righteousness, people will believe you. People will follow you without question. No matter, well, most will. People like Gosha occasionally create complications, but no matter. All I need to do now is provide that initial spark of action.
But the people trust you. Are they really so expendable to you?
Unlike the thieves and murderers in the town hall, I know exactly what people need. I'm also the one who's willing to do what is necessary to provide it. It's as simple. All the vision, all the hope in the world is nothing without clear action, unburdened by lesser worries. Before the sun rises, justice will be served for the common folk at last.
I should go. Kolya needs me.
I still hope you'll come for the show before the sun rises. No one wants to miss out on the day of reckoning.
The day of reckoning. That can't be good. Now, to search the town hall. No more distractions. Unlocked. Perfect. Looks like someone is still here. The mayor must be working late. Good. Time to answer some questions. Countess Orlova?
Lisa, darling, is that you? I was just finishing up some work. I certainly didn't expect to see you here. Do you have a form to file for the city head's attention?
Something like that.
Well, I'm afraid all the bureaucrats are already gone. No one's putting in the work nowadays, you see. Banker's hours.
It is pretty late, at least by human standards.
Ugh, don't get me started on that. The whole country daydreams about getting plastered in the evening and then leaves with the first whistle. And then they wonder why the economy's going pear-shaped and the country is in pig's shit. But I digress. What brings you here tonight, darling?
I'm looking for my brother. He's been missing since his arrest the other day.
Your brother? You are aware, of course, that vampires are forbidden to get in touch with their living families.
I am, but you must understand, his life is in danger. I have to help him.
All right, let's put that aside for a moment. What made you think to come here?
I figured if anyone knows where they may have taken the arrested, it would be the mayor.
Makes sense. I'm actually glad I ran into you, dear. There was something I wanted to discuss. From the moment I saw you on your first night in that dirty little nightgown, something told me that you are special. You don't know this, but the envelope that you were tasked to retrieve from that house was quite valuable. I was trying to work out a deal, and man alive, it got me quite some leverage at the time.
I'm glad I could be of service.
Don't flatter yourself too much, honey. Now, stay with me for a minute. How familiar are you with the works of the stock market?
Sadly, I've never had enough money to be interested in that topic.
I see. Well, imagine a big casino where wealthy people come and gamble their money away. Only instead of playing 21 or roulette, they invest in companies and futures. Whoever correctly predicts what will happen receives a substantial payoff.
Sounds like a fun time, if you have the money.
Oh, it is indeed, dear. Good fun. Now, I know you've wrestled some with your new identity. Tell me, where do you stand on your eternal life nowadays?
Who in their right mind would complain about living forever?
An optimist. I like it. It may not always feel like a gift, but I'd say you have the right idea. None of those fools playing the game have what you and I have. None of them live long enough to see the truth and learn their lessons. Any vampire who's lived longer than a century and not become rich is a waste of opportunity incarnate. We can invest in people, play them like cards in our hands. We are able to predict what will happen better than anyone because we've seen it all happen 1,000,000 times over right before our eyes. But even other vampires, none of them have our heads on their shoulders.
What exactly are you trying to say?
Have I not made myself clear? I am offering you to become my protégé, silly. You've earned it. You've proved yourself. Victoria, Hussar, all the others. None of them have what it takes. But you and I, we can move mountains together. You'll live with me at the manor, and I'll teach you all there is to know about running a thriving business. an empire. We will bend the country itself to our very will and live like the queens we deserve to be.
That's a very generous offer, Madame Orlova. It's just that...
Don't tell me. I know what bothers you. It's your missing brother, isn't it?
How did you know that?
Like I said, I have my ways. Don't worry, you won't get in trouble for being in contact with him. It will be our little secret. Well, what if I told you that I could reunite you two before sunrise?
How is that possible? I don't even know where he is, let alone the fact that he's arrested.
For as long as I've lived in this country, and it's longer than I care to admit, dear, the law has never worked the same for people like me versus people like your brother. I can promise you not only his freedom and safety, but that your whole family will be taken care of for generations to come.
Is what you are saying true?
I appreciate that you're thinking through this, but what reason do I have to lie, dear? You've proven yourself worthy. You've earned the right to power in our ranks, and now you may choose what to do with it. Come with me, and we can change the world together. What do you say?
Madame Orlova, thank you for your generous offer. I accept.
You won't regret this, my dear. Now come, we have our work cut out for us. We have a whole country to play for.
The feedstock numbers keep climbing, and we've certainly cornered the high-end market. I'd say in a few more months, we'll have enough influence to take back the operation entirely. And with that, I believe we've earned ourselves this drink tonight. To good business.
Hear, hear.
I have to say, this may be one of the finest batches yet, but I believe the best is still to come. After all, we have all of eternity.
Come with me, and we can change the world together. What do you say?
Madame Orlova, thank you for your generous offer. But I'm afraid I can't accept it.
That is truly disappointing. I expected more sense from someone like you, dear. I'm afraid I have to run now. Time is money, as I always say. Oh, and good luck with finding your brother. Hope he is well.
The Countess was just holding that. Anna Karenina. That's quite a collection. Savelli must be an avid reader. Savelli doesn't seem like the kind of man who would drink at work, yet these shot glasses are always here. Strange. Why don't I borrow them for a spell? Savelli's scales. Wonder what he needs them for. I can't move them. The scales are built into the table. They must be a part of some mechanism. Let's see. There. I can't move them. They must be a... Savelli's... Let's... Something clicked. That must have been part of the puzzle. Stability. Huh. Clever. Quite an ant. The man in the painting was one of the town's first government officials back in the 14th century. Don't know what's more shocking, how much has changed since then, or how much hasn't. The colors and decorations of the room are different, but it looks so similar to this one. If the man in this painting is an old city head, he probably posed for it right in here. Could it be? If that's true, then there's probably a door behind that bookcase. What a beautiful dog. Makes me a little sad that he isn't alive anymore. The door must be behind this, but there's no way I'll be able to move it by myself. There must be another way. This is to commemorate Savelli's first day. It must have been around the same... I'm not going anywhere before I find out where Kolya is. I know the clues... I'm not going anywhere before I find out where Kolya is. I know the clues are here somewhere. Quite an ant. The door, but there's no... There must be a... There must have been a reason why the Countess was holding this, right? Wait, there are some odd markings in here. The hints from Anna Karenina must be leading to this. Which books should I pull? And in what order? I'm guessing this isn't where he keeps his winter clothes. Let's see where it takes me. If someone told me about this, I would have called them a liar. Goodness. No matter. No way but forward. How deep does this rabbit hole go? What fresh hell is all this? Why is there a hidden prison underneath the town hall? This must have been what the construction bills were for. Hello? What did they put you in here for?
Shh, don't hear us. Go away, we don't want any trouble.
How are you holding up, lazy bastards? Don't mind me, folks. Keep to your business. Ha!
No! I don't want to go! Where are you taking me?
You'll just have to see for yourself.
Please! Let me go!
Sorry, pal. It's not up to me. I don't make the decisions.
Not up to me. Please, I'm begging you. Let her stay.
I'm sorry, Mom, it's not up to me. I'm just doing my job. Come on, Miss Morozova, let's hurry this up. Country's orders.
Let go! Let go of me! She will get better, I promise. She knows all the treatments. She's a doctor herself.
Right. Well then, she can cure herself where she's going.
Alexei, do something.
What's going on here?
Come on, let's head out.
Gosha? Are you all right? What happened?
Lisa, I can't believe it's really you. Listen, what happens in here? It isn't meant for human beings.
How did they find you? Yvonne said he saw you recently. That you two got into a fight or something?
We did. He didn't seem to care about all those people who we lost the other day. It made me question if he was the right person to lead. And I was stupid enough to tell him that.
Are you saying?
That's right. The police were still looking for me after the riot, and that smug bastard turned me in.
Can't say I'm surprised.
It's my fault for believing in him in the first place. There were so many red flags. I should have known.
Don't blame yourself, Gosha. You only wanted what's best for the people. That son of a bitch is to blame for all that.
On the bright side, at least I know where everybody is now. Or at least was. Silver linings.
Huh? Just stay put. I'll try to get you out of here.
Thank you. Just be careful. These people, they aren't joking around here. If you don't make it back here for us, I'm not going to blame you.
Oh my god! Kolya? Kolya? Kolya, can you hear me?
Huh? Lisa? You're not supposed to be here. Run away now. It's not safe.
Let me take a look. The wound is terribly infected. He must have sepsis. He won't last through the night.
That bad, huh? Run away now. It's not safe.
Of course it's not safe. We're in an underground prison.
You don't understand what they do to us. I've never seen anything like it.
What are you talking about? I'm not leaving you here. At this stage, and in this place, there's only one way I can save him. I need to turn him. For that, he must drink some of my blood. But will he even agree to it? Do I even want this life for him? Dr. Volkov once explained to me how to turn people. Kolya, listen to me carefully. You're in bad shape, but I know a way to save you. I know this is going to sound insane, but you'll need to drink some of my blood. Before I do, you need to know. This will turn you into a vampire, just like me, and you will never be able to go back to your old life.
Me? A vampire? Your adventures have certainly taken you to some wild places. But Lisa, you're the same as ever, always trying to make sure I come out all right on the other side. I'll do whatever you ask of me. I trust you, Lisa.
That means everything. All right. I'll have to bite you, then feed you some of my blood. But first, I'll do something to help make the pain go away. Ready?
Ready.
Hush now, the sun's gone to sleep. Close your eyes, rest now in peace. In the morn you'll awake and the darkness will flee. And the light will await you and me. Await you and me. He's in a trance. I should perform the ritual, or he will be gone forever. He should be safe for now. At least as much as it's possible under the circumstances. I can't stop now. I need to understand what's going on. That snake. It's the same symbol as on those documents. My God! The stench! I'd be sick right now if it was biologically possible. I've never seen anything like this. Is that... they... skinned them? Why the hell would someone do this? I need to get out of this room right now. I need to get... Oh, such rancid blood. Not even the worst of us would dare try to consume this. Is that... they... I need... What the... This place... This monstrous place... It's... so familiar. No. So similar. Similar to that room from before. I don't feel so good.
This is where we keep them, Doctor. Are you sure you want to proceed? Goes without saying, but it isn't safe.
Quite sure, my boy. They are still people. They deserve some compassion.
Of course. Well, if you don't mind,
Yes. I'll take it from here.
Thank you. Good luck.
Goodness! My name is Dr. Volkov. I am volunteering here for the next few days. Is anyone up and ready for an examination?
Doctor, over here.
Evening, young lady. When was your last checkup?
It's not for me. The woman on the next cot, she doesn't speak the language.
You sure are burning up yourself.
Nothing to do about that. Not anymore.
And what makes you think so?
Cholera wasn't treated in time. Kidneys are now affected, so the truth is, in a place like this, I'm afraid I don't have long. But she still has a chance, though, if you act quickly.
Is that so? How do you figure?
She has dysentery and needs intravenous therapy right away. We haven't had a doctor here in days. I tried to tell the nurses, but no one will touch us. There's not much time left, Doctor. Just see for yourself.
Let me take a look. Let's see. She's certainly malnourished. High fever. Now, where is...
There's no chart. They don't bother to keep records for us here. But she's often nauseated and there's blood in her liquids. Don't ask how I know that.
I see. In that case, I believe you're absolutely right. We shouldn't lose any time. Nurse, prepare an intravenous drip right away, please and thank you. Excuse me, miss... Sorry, what was your name again?
Lisa. Morozova. How is she?
Well, the patient is still resting, but I think it's fair to say she'll be all right.
Good.
Where did you learn all this, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a doctor as well. Just graduated from the medical academy.
That's quite impressive.
Thanks. All the good it did me. You're that traveling doctor people in town were talking about, aren't you?
I suppose I am. Listen, Miss Morozova, how would you like to be my assistant? It happens so that I just got an opening at my practice, and I'd hate for this kind of talent to go to waste.
Oh, doctor, why would you tease me about something like that now? You and I both know I'm not getting out of here alive. In a different life, perhaps?
Perhaps it could be.
So that's how it happened. Dr. Volkov must have also been the one who brought my things from home, too. No time. No time for any of this. I need to press on. Those poor creatures. Their necks seem to be hooked up to some type of machine. Always draining, but not quite killing. At least not quickly. I need to find a way to get inside. This is it. Time to face the truth.
What did I say? What did I just say, Tamara? That's right. I said not to disturb me during my peak productive hours. The decrees won't publish themselves. Besides, Why, you aren't Tamara at all, are you? I suppose a welcome is in order. What brings you here, my dear?
Would you care to explain your slaughterhouse here?
Slaughterhouse? Oh, of course. You must mean my blood export system. I can see how it may appear a little jarring to an unprepared visitor.
A little jarring. People are being tortured and killed right outside this very door.
See, I wish more people expressed genuine curiosity before casting judgment. Isn't that what science is all about?
This isn't science. It's a bloodbath designed by a madman.
Lisa, I thought of you as a much more rational person, a contributor to society. As you know, I care deeply about my fellow man, my neighbors, those working so hard just to get by. During my early years in government, oh Lord, this takes me back. One of my responsibilities was to pay visits to officials in different provinces. I met people from all around the country, from all kinds of backgrounds and all sorts of trades. It didn't take me even 2 months to realize that everything was rotten, inside and out, chaotic, in complete disarray. Every little town was exactly the hospitals, shamefully understaffed, roads ridden with potholes, good people suffering in poverty and drowning in drink, and no one did anything about it. No one even cared. They were too busy lining their own pockets. Police and most of my colleagues, all corrupt to the bone. Bureaucracy stopping any feeble attempts to take action. It made me boil with anger, Lisa. Livid. I swore to myself that once I rose up, I would get rid of the chaos that is our country. That I would turn it around. Help my good fellow citizens. Design a system.
And what system would that be?
Since I've become mayor, the town has improved, wouldn't you say? In only a few months, local businesses have received loans, roads have been fixed, willing people have jobs.
That may be, but at what cost?
Precisely. Everything in this universe has a cost. And that's exactly where the system comes in. You're a smart young lady. You must understand that money doesn't come out of nowhere. Say, a building needs to be fixed. You need to take the money out of the town's budget. But it's all been squandered or stolen by your predecessors. Ultimately, nothing gets done. Frustrating, isn't it? But what if there was a whole demographic of consumers in constant need of expensive liquid product?
Cabernet.
Exactly. I learned about the existence of vampires once I climbed high enough as a government official. It's not that big of a mystery as long as you have the right connections, you know. It's shocking that your species, some centuries old I might note, was sitting on a gold mine but had no clue how to adapt it to the modern world. It took me 5 minutes talking with the Countess to put 2 and 2 together. By producing Cabernet, she managed to make enough coin to run her estate, but she completely missed out on a bigger opportunity.
And what exactly is that opportunity?
The old crone drained using archaic techniques. Her manor sales only offering space for a few. But you and I, Lisa, we know that we live in a burgeoning age of industry, of endless production possibilities. Moreover, she only made Cabernet from those of noble birth, foolishly thinking their blood was purer. But you and I, Lisa, we know of the equality of man, that deeds determine true worth. My operation quadrupled turnover by draining lawbreakers, the slothful, illegal foreigners. It uses the parasites of the earth to lift up society. Everybody wins, Lisa. You, me, the good townspeople, the deserving citizens of our country.
You're out of your mind. This is barbaric.
My system solves two problems at once. It disposes of those who seek to keep us in ruin, and it provides significant income to benefit the people. Unfortunately, the Countess managed to find out about my enterprise and threatened blackmail if I didn't cut her in. I didn't mean to bring it up, but if a certain someone didn't steal my private correspondence, I would have made a much better deal. All the profits would have gone into the town's budget, and our fellow citizens would be better off. But like they say, water under the bridge. A good politician knows how to work within limitations. In any case, Miss Morozova, I do apologize. I bent your ear for far too long. I take it that you managed to find me all the way down here for a reason. How may I be of service?
You say that you only take the blood of parasites, but that isn't true. Your basement cells are filled with protesters, regular people whose only crime is wanting a better society, just like you claim to. My own brother is among them. How does that fit the system you described?
I can see your confusion. Those are terrorists, an aggressive and dangerous kind. They tried to shoot me at the rally. You saw it with your own eyes.
What if I told you that those people are innocent?
Whatever do you mean?
I discovered that the whole thing was set up by the Countess. She hired a marksman to provoke the chaos, clearly so that you would have more victims for production. These people meant no harm.
Orchestrated mayhem to manipulate the citizens? I won't stand for it. Countess Orlova and I will have a serious talk about this. Corruption, from my business partner no less, will not be tolerated. I'll tell you what, Lisa. I will set the protesters free as early as tomorrow. You have my word. Of course, those that were sent to the lower floors, I can't let them go. Sadly, my hands are tied here. They've seen too much. It goes without saying, of course, but no one can know about what happens down here. The system is not for everyone to comprehend. Some just have to reap the benefits of the machine without knowing how it works. So, what do you say?
I accept.
I am delighted to hear that, Elizaveta. You always struck me as a judicious person. And who knows? Perhaps we can keep working together.
We'll see where the future takes us.
Indeed. But wherever it does, one thing I know is that it will be bright.
Lisa, there you are. Don't forget that you're meant to take minutes for the mayor tonight. He won't be pleased if you keep him waiting.
That's right. Thank you for reminding me, Anya. I'll see you tomorrow.
Night, Lisa.
So, what do you say?
Even if it's for the sake of the greater good, I just can't be a part of this. What's going on here has to stop.
Lisa, you're breaking my heart. Well, I'm truly sorry we couldn't make a deal. Before you go, I've always loved that old counting rhyme. Do you know it? How does it go again? Crescent came out of the fog, took a knife out of his pocket. I will cut and I will hit. Either way you will be it.
What happened?
Oh, you're up.
Where are all my things?
Mayor Skortsov ordered to lock you up, I'm afraid. All your property has been confiscated.
That bastard.
You're the first vampire I've guarded, you know? Fascinating stuff.
What an honor. It's full of fresh blood. This would last me a while, only I can't bear to drink it, knowing where it comes from. And the light will await you and me, await you and me. My coffin. How long does he intend to keep me here?
By the sound of it, you're in for the long haul. Nothing personal, miss. Just doing my job.
And the light will await you and me, await you and me. Dragomir.
In a cage yet again. Have you learned no lessons?
I thought I wouldn't get to see you again.
It takes more than a little jape to vanquish a presence like mine. You betrayed my trust once before. I do not hold it against you. While I rested, I hoped you would find your own path. Nonetheless, looking at your soul anew, I can see that I was right about you. It is clear you've discovered your own path towards becoming a lion, a predator of the night.
I'm quite flattered. Thank you.
Concerned with flattery, I'm not. Your destiny shall go beyond this prison cell and swamp of a town. How tedious it must be to have a wolf's blood flowing through your veins, but to be bound to a sheep's body. But those days are almost over. A new beginning nears. There is just one more step left before true power is at your fingertips.
What is it?
Show the one who put you in the cage who you really are. Drink every drop of his blood. Feed on every scream he emits. The reward will not leave you wanting. Are you ready?
It would be my pleasure to destroy that bastard.
Very well. You are now again bound by your vow. I will set you free once more, so you may fulfill it. Find your warden. Take from him what you deserve.
Oh, I'll take every single drop.
Once balance is restored, you will be granted your true power. Then you can show them who you really are. All of them. Every single one. Now go through that door and sow the seeds of chaos. In this world, they are the ones that yield the mightiest crops.
Thank you, Master.
Farewell, child. You have proven to be a worthy investment.
What are you doing here? Guards, come here right away.
They aren't going to help you this time. In fact, I'm afraid nothing will.
Don't you come any closer. I'm warning you.
It's you! What have you done? Surrender right now. You hear me?
True power at my fingertips.
You stay.
My pleasure. And the light will await you and me. Await you and me.
And this is exactly why we can't trust the rotten government to execute our rights. It is time for a better future. It is time for everyone to unite. It is...
Lisa? What are you doing over there?